Till the age of 39, I never had any relationship. I was sometimes wondering how would I feel if someone held my hand? Or how is it like being in a relationship with someone? Why it took a long time to be in a relationship? I'm going to share this in this video. How is love different between different cultures? And is it worth it having sex without love? So as you know, or you may not know, that I am from Egypt. So I spent most of my life in Egypt, and till the age of 39 or 38 to be specific, I couldn't have any relations whatsoever. The reason is, in Egypt, being in a relationship without marriage is something that is sinful. So I tried when I was 18 years old at university. I was attracted to one of my colleagues. He was attracted to me. But then everyone was talking to me about it. Everyone was taking me on the side and warning me from what we were doing, which was actually nothing. We were just walking, going to lectures together and, standing, talking to each other. That's all what we were doing. And what really made me stop all this nonsense that I was doing by talking to this guy is that I discovered that this guy himself disrespected me because I was with him most of the time. So when you have this society that it is illegal to have a relationship, sexual of course, before marriage, you could be arrested. It is considered sinful by all the religious authorities and by your family and by everyone around you. Of course, I didn't want to put myself in such a situation that I will be suspected that I'm in a relation or I'm in love, At the same time, I wasn't into getting married and being with someone forever, and I have no idea who is this person. So I needed to know the person very well. So how can I know the person very well while I can't be with him? I can't go around with him. I can't be in love with him before marriage. And at the same time, I'm supposed to marry him. This didn't make sense to me, and it still doesn't make sense. 18 years old, 20, 25, 27, 30, 32, 35, and it's still the same problem. I just can't find one single person from the Arabic world or in Egypt who respect me although he's in love with me. And at the same time, I had of course stories with foreigners or expats from Western countries in Egypt, and they just had, I didn't feel none of them cared for me, that they would respect that I'm in a country that can arrest me if I will be with him without marriage. I didn't find any Westerner who understood my situation and prioritized my safety and respect. Cut. And here is me. I moved to Europe to do my master's in documentary film directing, and I'm 38 years old, and I'm looking for this one. I'm looking for experiencing how is it like to be in a relation, and I'm looking for the one, I arrive in Europe, and every time someone discovers that I never had a relationship before, I get one of two reactions. The first reaction is, oh, you never had a relationship before? Probably you are not normal. And usually those are the guys who, when you ask them like, okay, how many relations did you have? And he would say, I stopped counting, or 50 or more, And they look at me with so much disgust, like I'm someone disgusting because I'm still virgin. And usually also those are the guys who never visited other cultures, who never stepped outside of their neighborhood. So they are so close-minded. This was the time when I discovered that there are close-minded Westerners. Like those are the people who are just living in the bubble of their world, and they think that the whole world is just like how they are living. And so my comfort was that, okay, I'm not looking for someone who had thousands of relationships. I'm looking for someone who is monogamous and who is looking for stability, for to make an intimate connection, to be my partner in crime. The second reaction I would get is people who are so empathetic and they really feel sorry for me and, oh my God, you didn't have any relations before, I can help you. And usually what they mean is that they can make me not virgin anymore, like as if this is the problem. So those are the guys who think that me being a virgin is a problem. Not that the problem is that I couldn't connect with anyone on a deeper level, emotionally. I didn't feel safe or trust anyone for 38 years. That is the real problem. Not me being a virgin is just a consequence, a side effect of it. But yeah, there are already guys in the West who are willing to help you lose your virginity for free. Lucky for me, I was wise enough, as usual, and I knew what I wanted, I knew what I was looking for, and I was looking for someone to spend the rest of my life with, and someone that I feel safe and connect with on a deeper level. Although I never experienced sex before that point, I knew that it's not how people are describing it as like, oh, it's amazing, it's like it can be the ultimate goal. On the other side, for example, you can see Andrew Tate, who had to go through all those women, having sex like crazy with many, many women that he even doesn't remember their names, until he finally realized that this is meaningless sex and how empty it is.
I could have 50 girls here. And guess how many girls are in my house, Aiden? 0. I don't want them here. I want a woman who loves me, who protects my spirit.
Well, as I always say, I don't need to touch the fire to know that it burns. I am wise enough to know that just by observing. When you are in a relationship, you invest your energy, your emotions, your effort, and sometimes your money in this relationship. And of course, you will never come out the same person that you entered. So with every person you are sleeping with, you are having an encounter with, you are losing part of your energy. And I'm someone who is so protective of my energy, I don't like just to spread it around like that. So how is it now, as you see 10 years of marriage, and okay, now I know what I was missing out. Okay, is it worth it? Do I regret not having relationships with all those guys that I was meeting? And do I regret not just going for any one of them? The answer is no, because when you don't connect with someone on a deep emotional level, it is definitely not worth it to connect with them physically. So I'm so happy that I never connected with anyone physically unless we connected on deep emotional level and we had really deep connection. And if you want to know how did I meet my husband, you can watch a video I made about the story. I have much more stories, of course, but it's coming in my book Love Surfing, which will be an audio book as well. You can sign up to the newsletter if you don't want to miss any of my publications. Just go to theresakhalil.com and sign in with your email, and you will receive an email from me every month. Make sure that it doesn't go to your junk or spam. So that was my story. Tell me about you. How was your first relationship? Was it difficult to have a relationship or not? Write me your story in the comment. And remember that I tell real stories and I help others tell their own as well. So if you want to share your story just for healing, I have listening sessions. If you have something on your mind that you want to share, you can reserve a listening session. If you want to preserve the legacy of your family or tell your own real story, I also can help you with that. And if you want to just tell a story to promote your activity, your business, your product, I can also help you with that. So I will leave all the information down in the description box. And see you in a coming video.